Christmas decorations I'm putting up. But I thought I would switch on the other two, which I've just wired in. I'm not too sure if it's going to work or exactly what's going to happen. But, big turn on. Boom. Wow. I've also put some little white lights around the outside. See, at the moment, I've just got it in here, look. But really, I'm wondering whether 240 will run all three of them. Sorry about the lines you're getting on the camera. That's the refresh rate of the transformer. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now I know it works, I'm going to have one wire, but I'm going to come up here, cut that into that, and then into that. I should have really gone from that to that to that, but it doesn't matter. So you can't really see them lights twinkling away with all the lights on, but yeah. I might even put some coloured ones up there. Oh. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is shorten the lead on that straight into that. I'm thinking I might even try and wire all three of them. I don't know if there will be enough power to do that. Starting to put Christmas things up, guys. I've got my Christmas tree out. I've got my Christmas tree out. But I've got to watch it because there's all wet paint here. But yeah. Switch them off, you see. You just get the one in the middle. So what I might do is just keep it as it was. I'll wire that into that and then have one lead for two, and then have one on another separate one. So then I can just have the middle one on, or all of them on, or the outside ones on. But yeah, just got the Christmas tree out. Got some more some of these lights here. Let's see if these work. Oh yeah, they're quite effective. Yeah, we can use them. Might need a set for the tree. Got some more. I think. I'm not too sure where them ones. And another set around here somewhere. These ones. not too sure if these work. Huge bundle of, I don't know how many lights, there are thousands. Put it right into this box, but I don't think. Oh, soon find out. Let's try this and that. Christmas. It's come early. Right, in you go. No, it's not even going in there, which is, what's that there? Boom, it's 2 pins. What's that in there? It's 2 pins. There you go. Does it work though? Yeah, it does work. Right, so it must be them lights. Well, that's handy to know. Ooh. Anyway, I'm gonna put some more Christmas things up. And I've got to put some more pictures up. I've got to shorten the wire onto that. Now I know it works. See what I've done, just to check. See, originally they've all got their own transformer, independent supply. But what I've done, I've just rigged 2 into there. And basically, I'm powering the 2 outside ones all in one line, but the middle one I'm keeping on a separate one. Otherwise, I'll just have to have 3 on all the time. It's a bit blinding. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is, where I've got this massive lead, before I ruined it, I just needed to make sure it worked, and it does. So I'm going to go back up that ladder, cut a load of that flex off, same with that one. Or in fact, I could use the rest of that cable. Yeah, I could just splice that into that one rather, and then it's all good. And I've got some white sort of condiment stuff to run down. Not too keen on that buzzing. I don't know if you're picking that up on the microphone there. Buzzing of the transformer. I might have to tighten the things up a bit. Yeah, they're all secured to the wall. I'm thinking, now do I put my big clock there? Do excuse my jumper, I've been painting. In fact, I'm still trying not to get in any mess on the paint. I keep touching the paintwork. Anyway, I've got this big clock, right? I'm thinking about putting it right under there. I collect clocks, amongst other things, and I've got this one, this giant clock, and the battery's gone. It says 10:30. It's not 10:30. It's 3:30, I believe. Yeah, it's 3:30 a.m. So I put a battery in it earlier. Size of that. Yeah, hang on. That means I need another battery. Which is strange because there was enough powering this little one here. The joys of moving the clocks around, eh? See, that ain't even moving, is it? It's the battery's in the wrong way round. Unless they're just completely dead batteries. Was that it? Alright, we've got movement at now. Let's put this one right. It's 3:30. Oh. What's the time? Got another one up there, look. That's my mum, look, up there. Right. The time is, when we get there, back to the future, into the future. Right, 3:30. I like this clock. Got another clock over there as well. Right, so that's correct. Well, that's correct. That one's wrong. Another lamp. I made these lamps, by the way. I make lamps as well, by the way, people. I make lights. If you're wondering why there's lights everywhere, it's because I actually make them. Anyway, let's try to get this beastie going again. Maybe I just put the battery in the wrong way. There's no second hand on. Oh, yes, there is a second hand, isn't there? No, there isn't. So we don't even know. That mechanism's not moving. I've got a clue. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that battery back out of there. Because I know that's going. That's a JCB one, I think. JCB, that's a Duracell. Let's see if this one. Is that? I can't hear nothing. My battery must be in the wrong way. Maybe the mechanism. I hope the mechanism hasn't died. Saying that, I can quite easily put another one in there. What's going on with this? June. 3:30-ish. Just gone. What's that say there? 3. Yeah, I believe this one's now ticking. But what I'll do, just to make sure, I'll just put that on the hour. If it's gone off the hour, we know it's working. But yeah, thinking about putting that one up by them things, but it's very heavy. I'll have to raw bolt it to the wall. Yeah, it's very heavy. And I'm not even, I don't know. We'll soon see if time changes. Right, so I'm waiting for some paint to dry, but oh, we've got some more lights here, look. Oh, where does this one go? Ah, in that transformer. So I'm just sorting out my Christmas lights. Oh, my Christmas tree. I'm going to try this out. And there's another set of lights down there. I don't know if they work. Joys of Christmas, eh? Christmas is coming early. Why am I doing it early? Because it saved me time. Pressed the wrong button there. Right. Oh, these ones are pretty. I believe we've got a control box here, have we? Yeah, different patterns. It's a bit Larry. That one's alright. Right, they work. That's the result. But do these ones, I found some more here. Big old transformer powering this one. These ones do nothing then? No flash unit on that transformer. Different. I wonder if that will power that. No, it's the wrong size. Never seen one like that before. But yeah. It's really heavy as well. Really heavy, but it doesn't do anything, does it? It doesn't flash or nothing like that. Right. Here we go. Go in there. There's another little light I put together. This halogen light. Put this together the other night. This connects when I've got the right things on me. Connect this up. It's like a brass halogen spotlight. Anyway, it's still 4 o'clock, so I can only presume that that battery is either dead. Well, we know it isn't dead. It's run the wrong way. Come on. So many clocks ticking away in here. It's hard to work out what one's ticking. Anyway, it's enough chit chat. Let's try and get out of here without falling over loads of wires. Right, back up here. It's time to clear a space from the Christmas tree. I might have my Christmas tree on the landing this year. Yeah. So I'm going to be up here quite a bit with my music and all that in the studio room. So I'm trying not to touch the banisters. This is what I painted. I painted like all of that last night. What's happened to me? In what respect? Yeah, just what we'll do. See, them lights I just wired up are all wired in there. So I can either have two on the go, or one on the go, or all of them. But yeah. Low powered transformers. With my eyes, I've been awake all night, it's probably why. Yeah. I've just been catching up on me painting and me DIY and sorting my house out, basically. But I can't make any noise yet because it's obviously too early. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting that big clock there, under there. Do I have a drug addiction? No, I don't. No. I've got autism and ADHD, and I take amphetamines for it, but I get them from the doctor. I've only really ever had one drug addiction, and that was, I've done a lot of street drugs, party drugs. I would say lorazepam, which is a benzodiazepine, which I actually got off the doctor, was the worst drug I ever had. Does it keep me up? Well, the amphetamine, no, it makes me go to sleep because of my ADHD. It has a reverse effect, but it can go, you know what I mean? It's supposed to keep you awake and alert, but it goes either way with me. But then I'm new to the game, you know what I mean? I'm 53, and basically was only diagnosed age 50. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. It's all good. To be honest, the medication, when you've sort of grown up the way I did, and you just got labelled naughty and this, that, and the other, because there was no ADHD, it's like a game changer, the medication. I wouldn't be able to wire all this up and put all the wallpaper up and do what I've done here without the medication. Saying that, it does take about 6 years to get diagnosed in Britain, in England, even longer now. You're on the spectrum. Send you some benzos. Benzodiazepines, eh? They done me in, man. I'll tell you what. I was hooked on lorazepam. Crazy. Yeah. My doctor said, oh, I wouldn't just go cold turkey. I said, look, I've got my ADHD assessment soon. I said, there's no way an ADHD doctor is going to put me on the amphetamine pills if I'm hooked on lorazepam. I said, don't prescribe me anymore. I'm going cold turkey. And I tell you what, there's videos on my YouTube there of me experiencing cold turkey. I tell you what, it's not good. It's not good at all. I wouldn't say these amphetamines I do are addictive at all. It's not like your street speed amphet, crystal meth and all that stuff. In fact, they use amphetamine, and they also use methylphenidate, which is another drug. They use it in America. Yeah, I drink coffee. Yeah, it has a reverse effect with an ADHD brain. With a normal brain, it would like wake you up and it stimulate you. But with an ADHD brain, it has a reverse effect. It sends me to sleep. In fact, when I do my amphetamine tablets, some mornings I fall back to sleep. But my specialist in London said, "Does it bother you getting loads of sleep?" I said, "No, I've never slept well, so I'm enjoying it." Yeah, if coffee makes you tired, then you've probably got ADHD. But a lot of people, that have got ADHD have also got other disorders going on. Also, a lot of girls have got it, but they mask it a bit better. Whereas, obviously, men are more loud and boisterous. But, yeah, it's all different now. All we got was a smash around the head from the teacher for not listening. But, yeah, mad, eh? There's even people, I'm 52, 53, and there's even people out there, my doctor said, they're in their 70s getting diagnosed. It's crazy. It ain't too bad for me though, because my ASD and my ADHD, I've got no learning issues. I'm what's called high functioning, so I kind of understand it all. Where you get them some people have got like real bad learning issues, but I haven't. If it's interesting, I'll learn. But if it's boring, I doubt I will. Doubt I'll listen. Anyway, I don't know if you've seen them flickering lights with that, which is basically the refresh rate of the transformer. There you go. You get an electronics lesson as well. See, but that's thanks to my dad. He was in a submarine service in submarines. He was an engineer, so he basically taught me how to fix things. How does weed affect me? I tell you what, weed took me in all my years, sort of living undiagnosed. Smoking weed and cannabis was my saviour. When I told my specialist that, it took me from a real sad sort of world to quite an interesting one. Yeah. In fact, weed could be used for a lot of medications, but obviously you've got Big Pharma shaking hands with all the governments. You know what I mean? They're all in bed together. Sad, really. But before Big Pharma, people used the herbs and that, and what was on the land. And to be honest with you, say you got a headache, a bit of weed would get rid of a headache, but the government would rather sell you a tablet, which has come from Big Pharma, which they're getting paid on. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Yeah. In fact, over here where I am, I can even get some dodgy cannabis on the NHS, I think, because I've got neurological disorders, brain disorders, which is one of the few things you can have wrong and smoke weed. I can also get a cannabis pass, which basically means if I go and pick up some weed, if the police stop me, I'm not getting arrested. They're going to check through that I'm on the scheme and let me go with my weed. What it does, it stops sort of criminalising people that are doing it for medicinal reasons. Yeah. But saying that, even the kids just get a little cannabis warning nowadays. I can remember, right, when I was young, I had a bit of cannabis the size of a pea. It was really small. And the woman looked at me in the court like I was the biggest crack dealer in town. But obviously now, it's like society, I mean, attitudes are changing slowly. You've been to jail 5 times for growing weed. I've been to jail, not for growing weed though. Yeah. Jail, no place for anybody. Really boring. Especially in Britain's jails, man, now. The Muslim gangs are all taking over. Trying to bully convicts into converting. And no, you can't have a bacon sandwich, they're telling people. And that's no word of a lie. Glad I'm not in there, man, because I wouldn't be putting up with them. And that's no offence to any Muslim people out there, but obviously we've got quite a few radical ones in Britain, under lock and key. Crazy. To be honest with you, the real bad terrorists, really, they should just use for target practice. And the sad thing is, we put them in jail and then we got to pay for them. Yeah. And all a lot of terrorist activities in my country is because we've had open doors and we'd let them all in. But yeah, it's crazy. But you're not allowed to say that though. You're not allowed to say that because you're English, you're racist. You know what I mean? You're not allowed to say anything. It's crazy. But I carry on saying it. I will speak what I always speak. I'm not on here being racist. I'm not racist. My country's just been invaded by Muslims. That's all though. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Out there now, I feel like the minority. They reckon by 2040, at the same rate, there won't be no British people. The British will be in the minority. That's a dangerous place to be. But to be honest with you, there's a few riots and that starting. There's going to be a lot of riots and a lot of unrest. It's already been sort of happening in London. Crazy. The funny thing is, all these people fleeing these countries, war-torn countries, they're all men. Do you know what I mean? There ain't no women and kids, which is very suspicious. The only real ones in my country that I've seen are some Chinese ones, because they've all got kids, and some Ukrainians have all got kids. But all the Muslim crew just seem to be males. Crazy. Yeah, you're right there. You're right there. Clone, yep, 100%. See, people are starting to speak up now in England because people are seeing what's going on. It's crazy. Yet you say anything and you're classed as a racist, but it's crazy. How can, you know what I mean? Britain is a multicultural nation anyway. We got like English Muslims, English Sikhs, and all sorts. And to be honest, I'm not tarring all the Muslims, by the way. It's just the radical ones, isn't it? Who are just on another planet. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. They come over and they wear them veils and that. That just looks suspicious to me. But obviously, I'm English. We don't walk around covering. Women don't cover their faces. Do you know what I mean? That's just oppressive towards women, I think. Just oppressing the woman, isn't it? She should be showing off how pretty and that she is, but instead she's made to wear that. What kind of religion says you've got to do that? Do you know what I mean? To be honest, religion's a load of bollocks anyway, but that's another story. Religion's just caused too many wars. Too many wars. Over what? Over your pretend friend or their pretend friend. And I've done religious education at school, and I've done science and physics at school, and I go with the science every day of the week. Saying that, I am a Christian. It's on my birth certificate, Church of England. Crazy. And to be honest, if you're wearing a veil, you could be anybody. Do you know what I mean? You may as well have a balaclava on. It's the same principle, isn't it, in that respect? And I'm not too sure if that's to take them off or what over here. I don't think they have. I think they can wear them. Obviously, if the police come along or a soldier or someone like that, you'd have to take it off, I would presume. I suppose they've got our ID, haven't they? I know something. If I was a soldier in one of these countries and somebody was walking towards me with a veil on, I'd be very, very, very switched on. In fact, I'd stop the person even getting near me, I think. But yeah, crazy, eh? What is it? And the men can have about 17 wives. Crazy. They also suppressed educationally as well. I think they suppressed them. They did in Afghanistan, didn't they? Stop the females getting an education. Crazy. Crazy people out there, man. Crazy people. But never mind, everybody. World War III is on the way. World War III, that will happen before I'm dead, for sure. And it'll probably involve Russia and China, and then the rest of the world. Crazy. Really now, the rest of the world's fighting anyway against Russia through Ukraine. It's just a proxy war. Crazy, eh? The sad thing is, the Ukrainians and the Russians, they're all Russian anyway. It was all the USSR like years ago. So they're killing their own brothers, man. Crazy. Because my government, I don't know, I'll have to find out. We was on about lending them some. They wanted weapons that they could fire into Russia. I thought, well, I don't know how happy I am with our weapons going to that, because that would mean the Ukraine is just as bad as Russia. I don't think my country should be enabling that. I think fair enough, we've given some protective stuff, so like if the Russians fire stuff in, they can fire, you know what I mean, blow it up. But it's a different story actually giving them long range weapons that'll go from Ukraine into Russia. But I don't know. Crazy. Anyway, I think Putin said he was going to nuke the British anyway, so I'm doomed. But he's always threatening to nuke us, but to be honest with you, all the world's nuclear submarines are probably pointed towards Russia. I'm pretty clued up on submarines, but because my dad was a submariner and my granddad was as well. Ain't about how many planes you got anymore or how many warships you got. It's about how many submarines you got. Definitely. Why why be seen when you don't have to? We're all doomed, Parker's saying. You're right there, mate. You're right there, pal. I think we've seen the best of it. And Israel, I'm going to mention Israel again. They always going on about they got such a bad time in the war with the Holocaust, which they did. Yet they're out there doing exactly the same thing as what Hitler was doing, persecuting the Palestinians. What am I drinking? I'm drinking this rather nice, in a way, it's in a Pepsi glass, but it looks like, it's this Maverick Brew, which is an energy drink. But I've been drinking these new cherry ones. In fact, when the shop opens, I'm going to run down and get some more. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol, probably because of my ADHD. It don't really do a lot for me. I was more into drugs growing up, but not crack and smack. I was into party drugs, ecstasy, acid. Where in England do I live? I live in the county of Kent, which is known as the Garden of England. My little village is in the countryside. I'm about 35 miles southeast of London. Dover is in my county. You know, the Dover with the white cliffs? That's my county. That's where I am. Can you see outside? It's dark, my friend, at the moment. But do join me for a daytime video, which I do all the time. Yeah, it's dark at the minute. The time is... Whereabouts are you anyway? Oh, Iowa. The time is 4:01 a.m. Yeah, I've got a few pals in the United States on my Facebook. Midwest USA. Never been. Wouldn't mind visiting. That's what my dad had a choice when he left the Navy. He could have either, at the end of the 50s, he could have either gone to America as a trainer, training the Americans in submarine, or leave. So he left. My dad said he'd never have joined if he'd known the little thanks he got at the end of it. Never mind. Trump, to be honest, I've said before, I can't see Trump being the answer long term, really. But then I can't see that other woman being the answer. Do you know what I mean? But I think they're all going to bullshit anyway, aren't they? That's the one thing we do know, or I know, in England anyway. It's probably the same in America. They'll tell you you're going to get this, that, and the other, and you don't get nothing. And to be honest, all I heard the other night was Trump talking about the rich people getting richer, and that Carmela, whatever her name was, talking about the middle classes. Well, I'd vote for whoever's helping the bottom people at the bottom of the ladder. The poor people, that's who I'd vote for. Because the rich people just keep getting richer. But in England, we got like a class system. You got like your upper class, which is right at the top, living on another planet, and you've got your middle classes, and then you've got your working classes, which is what I am. We're at the bottom. And all our government are mainly all just middle class people, so they haven't got a clue what's going on. Basically, we've just had a change of government, but they're all idiots, man. They're all idiots. I'd rather vote for the Green Party, to be honest with you. But yeah. But I do agree with. I actually voted to come out of the European Union, so which we did. We had a vote on that. Britain voted, and it was 52% majority. I think all of Scotland voted to stay, but all of England voted out. And obviously we're going to win because we're a bigger place. But yeah, crazy. Anyway, I might have a joint. How about that? I've got 52% on the thingamajig. Got my decks lit up here, my techniques. This is my studio room. So I'm a music channel, really, guys. Yeah. The specials, boom. Anyway, I think the world's major threat now is religion. All them extremists, man, running around doing crazy shit. I think all them crazy fanatical people need taking back to school, I think, and educating. But again, I suppose if you've grown up and all you've known is people preaching hate at you, and it's all you're going to believe in, isn't it? Luckily, I've grown up in a civilised country, or kind of, at times. Till everybody starts rioting and it just goes crazy. Anyway, what's the time now? 4:06 AM. The sun won't be up till about 7. We've just changed our clocks around, so we get more darkness now. Winter time's coming in. They was going to do away with moving the clocks around because they only introduced it during the Second World War, so the farmers could harvest more food, I think. Saying that didn't stop the bombs, man. Blew up a pub in my village. Indeed, I agree. Rambles and Brambles, that's a good name. So I'm just making a joint, guys. Been so busy painting and stuff, doing electrical work. Monday, eh? Monday. Can't believe we're in November already. That's what I've got to do this week. I've got to buy this I'm buying this paraffin heater. I've decided that a paraffin heater, I'm saving so much money using paraffin or kerosene for our American viewers. The only difference between kerosene and paraffin is kerosene's got more oil in it. We purify it one more stage in England. Yeah, I remember that tune, man. Flower Power and all of that. Woodstock. Not that I'm that old, but 53. They did some good tunes, actually. Jefferson Aeroplane, man, that's another flower power group. Not that I'm into that. I'm into ska music, two-tone ska music, the Specials, Madness, Selector. But I do know that all that music as well. My mum used to make records. You're not going to be able to see it. Hang on, I'll show you. My mum was a bit of a rock and roll star in the 50s. And she made records. Was on TV and stuff. Bang. And there's me mum's group. And they're all from Liverpool, them girls. Yeah. The Sleaford Mods. I don't, right? I'd never really heard of them till my mate Lee's right into them. I did listen to a couple of their tracks because he forced me to on Facebook. Yeah, ain't too bad. But mainly I just, I'm on this sort of music, man. Boom, the Specials. Or the beat. Boom. Or UB40 was my first record collection. I've got like all my records and that over there. But saying that, also got into like acid music, rave. Well, it wasn't called rave music. It was house music and acid music. When that first come across from America, got right into that. All the illegal parties. Got right into all of that. Yeah, got some bit of techno. Detroit techno I really like, the early stuff. Model 500. Sean Atkins. Yeah. Quite into that sort of sound. I don't just play Specials. But yeah, my video's a bit out of sync on here. Oh, it's come back now. Or is it? I don't know. In fact, there's not many bands, really, modern day ones that I'm into. Don't mind a couple of Oasis songs. But I'm not a massive fan of them. But saying that, they've made some good tunes. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to stop squinting at the screen. You're 50? All right. Yeah, you're a little bit younger than me then, a couple of years. I was born in 1971. I guess you're a 70s child as well. Probably grew up doing the same things. In fact, the 70s was a great time to grow up. And the 80s. Back when you could say anything, do you know what I mean? People didn't get offended. People either listened or they didn't. Now it seems everybody's offended. Whatever you say. Crazy, eh? Crazy. What happened to freedom of speech? But never mind. Never mind. In fact, I'm glad I'm the age I am because I wouldn't want to be born today. I really wouldn't. Especially if my government keeps letting people in, man, at the rate that it's doing at the minute. Because by 2040, we'll all be in a minority then. Crazy, eh? Anyway, whatever you're doing, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back later with another crazy video.